So Jake got buffed yesterday, kind of. So they basically unified most of the zenith stuff together. And that's good and bad, and depending on your perspective. Now you're forced to cap the FM2 and FM4. And that's something you kind of did half the time anyway because you want the extra crit damage. But now you don't need to cap out like Sonic Jab and hit the deck and clothesline to level 20 each one just to have the most amount of true damage you can have. And they also fixed clothesline's animation. So it's finally good, and it's finally like a staple move you do because it's like almost 10k% true damage, and it takes maybe a second now to do. Otherwise it was like, yeah, you can use it, but you might get hit too. And then you're like, oh, I'm half dead again. Kung Fu Hustle also got like a new Dragon Kick stat in there, where it's like, it was one hustle, one Dragon Kick. Now there's a cap at 2 or 3. It's not overly useful. It's like, yeah, it's an extra 9k% extra damage, but normally you just use that for placement. The other issue on it is like, yeah, it's for placement, but now that they updated Sonic Jab's, I guess I have to explain. So Sonic Jab in the air was always a diagonal punch, and you always needed like good placement for the zenith hits, right? But now they're like, oh yeah, you can do diagonal or just horizontal hits. So now the placement's almost not even useful anymore. It's like, no, you can just do it anywhere. It's fine. Outside of like little things I can put on screen, the huge buff is just the FM2 passive, where it's another extra 500 and an extra 25 crit damage in there. And there's also like this 100 fists thing where it's like, oh, here's an extra 7% extra damage, but it only lasts like 8 seconds, so it's useless. But now they buffed it to 30 seconds, so it's actually pretty good now. And outside of that, FM4 we got a huge crazy like damage buff where it was like 38k and now it's 60k. And alongside that, it now resets FM2 altogether instead of just reducing it to 15 seconds. And like, oh, that's not that great, and it isn't for the thing, but it's like, oh, if you want to do a fast fight, you want as much FM2 passives stacks in a row that you want. So you can have 2 FM2s in the beginning and have like, what, 200 extra attack power and maybe 10% extra damage immediately instead of just... Because the stronger you get, and the more you play, it's more of like a speedrun challenge than anything else. And if FM2 is like, what, 30 seconds? It's like no one's gonna care with the 5 stack with that, because like, guess what? Everything's gonna die in like 2 minutes anyway. You're never gonna have enough time for it.
That's 이겼군.